Hi everybody, Honest John here. I've been a union guy for a long time. Currently I'm in SAG-AFTRA, the Actors Union. And before that, when I worked at the State Mental Hospital, I was in the Nurses Union. And I know that the only way to ensure that workers are treated fairly is by having a union. And I also know that income inequality and wage stagnation can be directly correlated with the decline of unions in the United States and the world. So, in general, I support the union movement. I think we need more unions. But there is one exception to my support of unions, and that is the Fraternal Order of Police, the police union. They are corrupt and out of control. They make it almost impossible to fire bad cops, and it seems that the people that the cops elect to head their locals are the biggest scumbags on the force. The Actors Union, if my rights are violated on the set, if I'm not paid when I'm supposed to be paid, if I'm abused, or if the set is not safe, I can turn to the union to protect my rights. But if I can't perform the role, they can't force the production company to keep me on the job. When I was a nurse, the union would make sure that my rights were not violated if there was a disciplinary hearing. There never was. Or if I did something questionable on the job, they would represent me. But if I harmed my patients, or abused them, or committed a crime on the job, they could not have forced the hospital to keep me on staff, and they wouldn't have wanted to. They recognized that having a bad nurse on the job was bad for the patients and also for the other nurses at the facility. They would never have engaged in the kind of unethical behavior that is routine for the police unions in protecting bad cops. The Fraternal Order of Police not only protects bad cops, but even intimidates and silences good cops that complain about them. You're never going to reform police culture without reforming the police unions. The Fraternal Order of Police are neither fraternal nor orderly. Just this morning, when the New Jersey Attorney General ordered that the names of police with major disciplinary records be released, the local in New Jersey came out strongly against it. They'll probably sue. So there's just no way that you can reform that union. You'll have to, in some way, find a way to defang them. That could include decertifying them as a union, making police departments right-to-work zones with no right to have a union, or limiting what role they can play in disciplinary proceedings and in the life of the police. For example, having an independent lawyer to safeguard the officer's rights during a disciplinary hearing instead of a union rep, and limiting their role only to contract negotiations. Now, like I said, I'm a union guy. I hate to talk about doing something like that to any union. But I don't see any way to reform the Fraternal Order of Police. they act a lot more like a criminal organization than a union. Thanks for listening.